Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's transformed my life: minimalism. It's about intentionality. Over the years, I've made a conscious effort to simplify different areas of my life, and today I'm excited to share my journey with you. We'll be exploring the top 10 things I quit as a minimalist and how those decisions have brought more clarity, purpose, and joy into my everyday life. So let's get started. Remember that feeling of staring into a closet overflowing with clothes, yet feeling like you have nothing to wear? Yeah, that was me not too long ago. I used to think more clothes equaled more options, but in reality it just led to decision fatigue and a nagging sense of unease. I started by asking myself a simple question. If I were shopping right now, would I buy this again? If the answer was no, it was time to let it go. I donated or sold anything I hadn't worn in months, clothes that no longer fit or items that didn't spark joy. Slowly but surely, my closet transformed from a source of stress into a space of calm and intentionality. No more agonizing over what to wear, just a curated selection of pieces I loved and felt confident in. This experience was my gateway into minimalism, proving that less could truly be more. We live in a world of instant gratification, constantly bombarded with ads tempting us to buy things we don't need. I used to fall prey to this all the time. A sale here, a new gadget there. My spending habits were on autopilot. Minimalism pushed me to break free from this cycle of impulsive buying. It started with becoming more mindful of my spending triggers. Did I need it, or did I just want it? This simple shift in mindset was a game changer. Not only did I save a significant amount of money, but I also realized how much unnecessary clutter I had accumulated over the years. By being more intentional with my purchases, I was able to create more space in my home and in my life for things that truly mattered. Let's face it, social media has become an inescapable part of our lives. While it can be a great tool for connection and information, it's easy to get sucked into the endless scrolling and comparisons. I realized I was spending hours each day mindlessly consuming content, leaving me feeling drained and inadequate. I started by disabling notifications, removing distracting apps from my home screen, and setting specific times for checking social media. Instead of aimlessly scrolling, I became more intentional about who I followed and what content I engaged with. The impact on my mental health was profound. By setting healthy boundaries with social media, I reclaimed my time and energy, allowing me to focus on things that truly brought me joy and fulfillment. From streaming services to monthly subscription boxes, it's easy to accumulate a long list of recurring payments without realizing how much they add up. I took a hard look at my bank statements and discovered I was subscribed to several services I rarely used. It was time to cut the cord. I canceled any subscriptions that no longer served me, and you know what? I didn't miss them one bit. This simple act of decluttering my digital life not only saved me money, but also reduced the mental clutter of having to manage and keep track of numerous subscriptions. Now, I make it a habit to go through my subscriptions every few months and cancel anything I'm not actively using. Every dollar saved can be redirected towards experiences, investments, or simply enjoyed as financial breathing room. I'll admit it, I used to have a serious weakness for junk food. Sugary drinks, processed snacks, you name it, they were my go-to comfort foods. But deep down, I knew these unhealthy choices were doing more harm than good. So I made a conscious effort to nourish my body with healthier, whole foods. I started by cleaning out my pantry and fridge, getting rid of any tempting junk food. The transformation was incredible. I had more energy, my skin cleared up, and I felt lighter and healthier overall. It was amazing how much better I felt both physically and mentally after cutting out processed foods and embracing a more wholesome diet. This one was tough, but it was a necessary step in my minimalist journey. I realized that I had allowed certain toxic relationships to take root in my life, draining my energy and hindering my personal growth. Just like decluttering my physical possessions, I knew it was time to let go of relationships that no longer served me. This wasn't about holding grudges or harboring ill feelings. It was about prioritizing my well-being and surrounding myself with people who uplifted and inspired me. It wasn't easy, but I began setting boundaries and distancing myself from individuals who consistently brought negativity and drama into my life. Instead, I focused on nurturing the relationships that brought me joy, support, and a sense of belonging. By surrounding myself with positive influences, I created a more supportive and fulfilling social environment that allowed me to thrive. For a long time, I thought having a stylish home meant filling it with decorative items. But over time, I realized that all the knickknacks and clutter were actually creating visual noise and making my space feel chaotic rather than calming. So I embraced the minimalist aesthetic and began decluttering my living space. I got rid of anything that didn't serve a practical purpose or bring me joy. The transformation was remarkable. My home went from feeling cluttered and overwhelming to serene and spacious. It was amazing how much calmer and more peaceful I felt in a clutter-free environment. A clean, organized space allowed me to breathe easier, think more clearly, and fully appreciate the items I chose to keep. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that multitasking is the key to productivity. I used to pride myself on juggling multiple tasks at once, thinking I was getting more done. However, I soon realized that multitasking was actually hindering my productivity and increasing my stress levels. I was constantly switching between tasks, never fully focusing on any one thing, and the quality of my work suffered as a result. That's when I discovered the power of single tasking. I began dedicating my full attention to one task at a time, eliminating distractions and giving it my undivided focus. Single tasking allowed me to work smarter, not harder, and it dramatically reduced my stress levels. I used to be the queen of yes. I'd say yes to every invitation, every request for help, every opportunity that came my way. While I initially thrived on the feeling of being busy and needed, I soon realized that overcommitting was leading to burnout and resentment. I was stretched too thin, my schedule was jam-packed, and I had no time for myself or the things that truly mattered to me. Minimalism taught me the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing my well-being. I started saying no more often, to commitments that drained my energy, to requests that didn't align with my values, and to obligations that brought me more stress than joy. By learning to say no, I created space in my life for the things that truly mattered. Spending time with loved ones, pursuing my passions, and simply enjoying some much-needed downtime. We all have that inner critic, that voice in our heads that's quick to point out our flaws and shortcomings. I used to be incredibly hard on myself, engaging in negative self-talk that eroded my confidence and held me back from pursuing my goals. Minimalism isn't just about decluttering your physical space and commitments, it's also about simplifying your thoughts and cultivating a more positive mindset. I realized that I needed to address the negative self-talk that was cluttering my mind and holding me back from living my best life. I began practicing self-compassion, treating myself with the same kindness and understanding that I would offer a close friend. It was a gradual process, but over time, I noticed a significant shift in my mindset. By silencing my inner critic and embracing self-love, I created a more positive and empowering internal environment. Embrace the journey. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on minimalism and intentional living. See you in the next one.